Well, initially I'd only planned to do the Great South, you know, the main event tomorrow. However, being part of the mental health first aid team, we wanted to try and sort of raise the awareness and do some work for Calm, which is a really good charity, do an awful lot of good work to prevent, to help raise awareness for suicide. And you know, I thought it was a good thing to do. 5K is a reasonable distance, and I just thought, give it a go. In fact, I think I've been done more than 14 minutes and so many seconds, I think he said it was. Yeah, I mean, I did 11 miles last Sunday, sort of part trail, part around the shores and roads and whatnot. Been doing some sort of 10Ks and little 5Ks in between times, and also I do a lot of cycling as well, which helps with the cardio. So, you know, at the end of the day, I've like said to you, it's not so much about, I'm not a competitor. I think what Phil wrote on the page about being me being an athlete somewhat stretches the realms of credulity somewhat, but at the end of the day, I just like to get to the end, and I always do. So, yeah. My brother-in-law took his own life 3.5 years ago, and it absolutely blew the family apart. And I think it's so important to try and help and raise awareness, to bring people's attention to the fact that this is, you know, is a very real thing, and it's, as I say, it is very personal to me, and I just want to do everything I can to try and, if you can at least save one life, then, you know, you've done your job. Yeah. Talk to somebody. That is the most, going through that first hurdle, that first barrier of actually opening up and talking to someone, that first kind of sentence that you actually say, I need help. You know, it does take a huge weight off your shoulders, and you feel such a sense of relief, and it makes such a difference. And continue to talk to someone. There's always someone out there to help. You know, there's Calm, you've got friends and family around you, colleagues at work that will always support you, and, you know, just don't keep it to yourself. There's always help out there. Yeah, we've had a few sponsorships. You know, Phil from HR has been very supportive towards it. Some of the rest of the team from the, you know, the mental health first aid team have been very encouraging, and yeah, you know, it's been really good. Well, today it'll be just go home and have a shower, and then tomorrow after the main event, like to probably go get to the pub and have a couple of beers. But yeah, obviously it's a school night, so got to bear that in mind, of course. I think Phil, in all fairness, Phil is very fit. He does an awful lot of cycling, so there is no question about his cardio. I think he undersells himself, frankly, and I think he'll do a lot. He'll certainly leave me behind, and Stuart, I'm sure. Oh, it's very important, I think, to not only represent the company, which are, you know, a great company to work for, are very forward-thinking, always looking to develop their staff. You know, as I've said in a previous video, you know, I've done a lot of training and been given more responsibility, and you know, I feel that I've been given an awful lot of, you know, respect, and people are quite well thought of, and that does go a long way. And I think when you get treated like that by a company and your peers and your senior managers and everything else like that, that does an awful lot of good for my mental health. And I'm not afraid to say that I suffered terribly last year, and I was in an incredibly dark place. And I'll say this on camera: Andy Smith saved me. You know, he gave me a job, and you know, and he's really sort of had a virtual hand around my shoulder, and it's really helped me to get back on track.
I wanted to raise some money for Calm. I've done some fundraising for them before. Yeah. I thought it would be great to try and get Adams Morey involved as well. Okay, well, with my 14 minutes and 52 seconds of training, my game plan is to try and get it done as quickly as possible. So I'm going to run really quickly, but I'm not a runner, so let's see what happens. I've done a crazy bike ride for them before with a couple of mates where we cycled 240 miles. And I know that this isn't 240 miles, but I feel that this will be a lot harder. Talk to people. Just talk to people. look for support. You're not alone. There's always people out there that can help you. So at the moment, it looks like we've raised about £320. Thank you very much to everybody who's actually supported this event. Cheers.